Hello children. Now in this video we will learn how to round off a number to the nearest tens, hundreds or thousands, and we'll be looking at some examples. Okay, let's get started. In the first question, we round 2564 to the nearest tens. The first thing we want to take note is rounding off to the nearest tens. Note that when we are rounding a number to the nearest tens, hundreds or thousands, all digits in smaller place values are replaced with zeros as they are not significant. If you look at this example, if I were to round 234 to the nearest tens, the digit in the ones place will be replaced with zeros. Then look at this example. If I were to round off 1859 to the nearest hundred, the digits in the tens and the ones place are both replaced by zeros. Understanding this will help us to get an idea of what our final answer should look like. Okay, now to solve this question, the first step is to underline the digit in the tens place, because the question asks for the nearest tens. Second step, we want to work out the lower tens and upper tens. Now what do I mean by lower tens and upper tens? Recall that if you were to count in tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, eventually we'll reach 2510, 2520, 2530, so on and so forth. So this number 2564 actually lies between two of those numbers, and there will be 2560 as well as 2570, and this will be our lower tens and upper tens that we're referring to. So how can we work out the lower tens and upper tens without drawing a number line? Okay, a trick that we are going to learn today to find the lower tens first is to keep the digits on the left and replace all digits on the right, there's only one digit on the right, with zeros. Then, to find the upper tens, we simply add 110 to the lower tens, and that will give us 2570. So the number you get when you round 2564 to the nearest tens is either this or this. Okay? The last step. Circle the first digit on the right and decide whether to round up or round down. If the digit is 0, 1, 2, 3 or 4, we will round down. If the digit is 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round up. Since the digit is 4, we will round down. And this is the correct answer. So when we round 2564 to the nearest tens, we get 2560. That's the final answer. Alright, let's look at another example. Round 81,249 to the nearest thousands. Again, take note that the question asks for thousands. So the first step is to underline the digit in the thousands place. Second, we want to work out what is the lower thousands and the upper thousands. Let's use a trick that we have learned. To find the lower thousands, keep the digits on the left and replace all digits on the right with zeros. Remember, these are not significant. Secondly, to find the upper thousand, we add 1000 to the lower thousands, and that will give me 82,000. So my answer is either this or this when rounded to the nearest thousands. Final step, circle the first digit on the right and decide whether to round up or down. The digit 2 tells me I should round down. Therefore, this is the correct answer. So, 81,249, when rounded to the nearest thousands, would give me 81,000. Let's try one more. You can pause the video to try it on your own. Round 74,863 to the nearest hundreds. Again, the question asks for hundreds. Which digit is in the hundreds place? Yes, the digit 8. So let's underline that. That's the first step done. Second step, we want to work out the lower hundreds and the upper hundreds. So how do we do that? For lower hundreds, keep the digits on the left and replace the digits on the right with zeros. To find the upper hundreds, add 100 to the lower hundreds, and that would easily give us 74,900. The final step, circle the first digit on the right. 6 tells me I should round up, so this is the correct answer. Therefore, 74,863 when rounded to the nearest hundreds would give me 74,900. Now, sometimes it can be tricky to find the upper hundreds or tens or thousands. Let's look at some of these examples. Round 35,961 to the nearest hundreds. Let's complete the first few steps first. The question asks for hundreds. 9 is in the hundreds place, so I underlined it. Secondly, I want to find the lower hundreds. We can easily work that out using the trick that we have learned, copying the digits on the left and replacing all digits on the right with zeros. Now, what is 100 more? Okay, so you can use your simple addition that you have learned. 9 plus 1 is 10. I'll regroup. 1 plus 5 is 6. And then 3 plus 0 is 3. So my answer, 36000. Okay, and finally, we'll use the digit on the right, which we have circled, to tell us whether you should round up or round down, and answer is to round up. So this is the correct answer. So 35,961 when rounded to the nearest hundreds would give me 36,000. Let's look at one last example. Round 67,995 to the nearest tens. The question asks for tens, so let's do our first few steps. Underline the digit in the tens place and work out the lower tens. Simply copy down all the digits on the left and replace the digit on the right with 0. Now, how do I work out the upper tens? Again, I need to add 1 to the lower tens, and I can use simple addition to work out my answer. 9 plus 1 is 10, I regroup. 1 plus 9, again 10, I regroup. And that will give 1 plus 7, 8, and 6. So my answer, 68,000. Finally, circle the digit on the right, and this tells me to round up. So my answer is 68,000. So 67,995 when rounded to the nearest tens would give me 68,000. Alright, now as always, understand the steps and practice them over and over again. That is a sure way to improve. Hope this helps you.